Hello everyone. Today's tale involves friendship, family, and plenty of surprises. Ajay returned home dejectedly only to hear his dad's bad news: he and mum divorced. Ajay didn't respond, only caring if his dad told him new info, given their close bond, but his dad didn't answer directly. Clearly, he was betrayed by his mom, and then dad suddenly caught a whiff of something delicious, and Ajay thought, can my feet get bigger? He placed his toes on the glass. Oh, that feels nice. Totally oblivious to how heavy that line could hit, Dad said some stuff and then bounced. A few days later, Mum moved out with his brother. Ajay felt like a lab rat, studying corpses in his room, ignoring Mum as he did with Dad. And just like that, our friendless Ajay felt like the whole world ditched him. Loneliness hit his brain like the flu. He learned to shop at supermarkets, got drunk, and giggled nonsensically in the living room, posing before the mirror and patting his butt. He even brought a six-pack to school and asked, "Jeffrey, you want a beer?" Singing loudly in class. Luckily, the teacher knew about Ajay's family situation. The teacher verbally urged him to be a good student, and he barely managed to graduate. Yet, he was absent from the star student's photo. He slyly sneaked to the back for a group pic, feeling great about himself until some sharp-eyed classmates caught him red-handed. Classmates jubiled on Ajay's head, making him furious. He just wanted a group photo. That day, he drove to 6 Bay. On the way, he stumbled upon a jaw-droppingly handsome muscle guy who even waved hello. Ajay nearly lost his mind, feeling a rare spark of warmth in his friendless life. Ajay was crushing hard on the muscle guy, and the next day, he sneakily grabbed a stick and took to the streets like a secret agent. Ajay rushed out, and the muscle man followed him home. To entertain this hunk, Ajay took out 2-year aged wine. Just as they clinked glasses. Subtitle: Surprise. It was just a fleeting fantasy. As a novice, he choked and scared the muscle man away. But Ajay didn't give up. Every day, he returned to the street, seeking a target. Finally, he found an unlucky guy who came right to him. Ajay's heart skipped a beat like he got zapped by lightning. He thought this dude could be his ride to the 7:30 concert. Ajay naturally agreed, saying no problem confidently. Seeing it was before 7:30, he took the man home for a workout. Having a muscular companion really made a difference. Ajay lifted weights like a beast, easily doing 800 reps. As 7:30 neared, he hinted it was time to go. To buy time, Ajay chatted with the muscle guy, using flirting lines with background music. During this period, he casually took out 2 more bottles of beer from the fridge. Casually telling the muscle guy, after this one, we're off. He suddenly got bold and leaned in for a kiss. The guy was instantly gross. The muscle man flew into a rage and scolded Ajay, thinking if I can't get him, I'll destroy him. Ajay hurled a bubble in fury. Then, he moved the muscle guy to the warehouse for dissection, but first made awkward moves in the body. Next, he charred the bones, hammered them to powder, and spread it around. Who knows his thoughts? Maybe he thought this way he'd never be alone, with ghosts around. Soon, Ajay's dad visited and brought a stepmom. Seeing the chaotic state of the house, Dad realized Ajay's mom had long ditched him. Leaving Ajay cooped up at home wasn't practical, so he decided to send him to the military. Off he went, learning military skills and picking up a criminal trick or two. As a medic, he learned about tons of drugs, but he had a special love for a certain sleep. The instructor said the drug worked fast, causing instant sleep. Ajay sneaked into the pharmacy to grab some. He used comrades as test subjects, drugging them for a convenient experiment. Years later, Ajay left the army, and his father sent him to his grandmother's. One night, Grandma dug out a wooden box full of Dad's old photos to show Ajay. Little did she know, this box would eventually become Ajay's head content. Well, save that story for later. The next day, he went to a deli for a job, and since the boss insisted on white shirts, he hit up the clothing store afterward. But while checking out, he spotted a mannequin behind him that was even sexier than the muscle guy. Ajay's creative juices started flowing. Seizing the moment when the clerk was distracted, he sneakily slipped into the fitting room, waiting patiently. Before long, the lights began to dim for closing time. Ensuring he was alone, Ajay emerged from the fitting room, dragging the mannequin home. He treated the mannequin like a girlfriend, laying it on his bed to enjoy all those curves. But Grandma eventually found out and pitched the mannequin in the trash. Ajay scolded Grandma harshly, then went to the amusement park and drank a few beers to vent. However, as he did so, he suddenly hallucinated. The muscle man head killed was right before him. Seeing his idol sent him into a frenzy. He was so pumped that he started doing ridiculous moves in front of everyone, and you guessed it, he was soon taken to the police station. Photos, fingerprints, 24-hour detention. His heroic act spread fast in town, got him fired by the deli owner. Ajay had to find a clinic job. He primarily took blood pressure and drew blood. It was his old gig from the military days. But if you think he aimed to work well, you're dead wrong. After work, he took blood home and took a big gulp. Now don't judge. Ojai probably thought he was just boosting his nutrition needs. This went on for years. Not long after, Ojai discovered new territory and started hitting bars. His first night out was a blast. Who knew there were so many buff guys around? Ojai's innocence attracted a creepy duck. They flirted until closing, and Ojai confessed his feelings as they left. So, the old duck took him to a secret spa, let's say a ducky den. The owner treated customers with respect and provided all kinds of entertainment supplies. At this point, Ojai was exhausted but didn't want to quit. Old duck said, "I'm too tired, I've got work tomorrow." Feeling extremely lonely, Ojai went to the bar next day seeking a brewmate. Same flirt, same spot, but now he took old duck's rule. After bringing a guy to a room, he headed to the front desk, bought 2 shots, then pulled out the sleeping pill powder he borrowed from the military and mixed it in the drinks. He thought this would let him party all night, but the bathhouse owner caught on and quickly put a damper on his fun.